Life Sculpting Solutions. What I'm going to talk about today is mentally how to handle challenges while you're trying to better yourself, uh, while you're trying to change, and while you're trying to evolve. There's some middle things that's going to go on, and these are some of the things that's going to change your focus, and we need to work the focus to be the person that we wish to become. Now, one of the challenges that you're going to have is one that we all have, and that's the concept of how we're going to focus and see ourselves in bettering ourselves. We all need to be inspired, we all need to have goals, but we don't need our goals to be so overwhelming to the point where we actually feel bad about ourselves and we're not happy. Well, to the point that we're feeling like we're failing and that we're doing even worse and we're frustrated with ourselves. Let me give you an example. When I first started bodybuilding, I was an extreme slender, skinny person. I was extremely skinny. And I probably, when I graduated high school, I weighed around 135, 165. And I stood 6'1", so I was just basically just a beanpole. And I would go to the gym and I would see these guys with all these muscles and their fitness. And, they had been working on it for years. And I really seriously couldn't see myself being that big or that muscular or be able to lift the weight that they were lifting or have the form and the strength that they had. And I would get discouraged and I'd get frustrated and I would feel really bad about myself. And sometimes it was more of a challenge for me to go back to the gym and try to work on the things that I wanted to work on simply because that I couldn't stay focused in becoming the person that I wanted to be. And that's going to happen in many ways. And it's not going to just happen I used the gym physically, but there's mental challenges, smart challenges, spiritual challenges, social challenge of dealing with other people, and as well as, with more of the securities and monies and wealth and concept about business and stuff that can be overlooked. And it's easy to get frustrated and confused or feel like a failure, and you shouldn't hate that. I don't want you getting, in my case, when I got muscles, I basically hated myself. And I can see where somebody trying to build wealth, where they're trying to save money and then they start basically becoming a miser because they're worried about every single dime to the point where they're not happy, they're not celebrating life, they're not enjoying their path. And these are things that can easily happen. Where I think spiritually, a lot of people could have the challenge where they're not inspired anymore. They're not emotionally or spiritually feeling that they're getting where they need to go and that they feel like they're wasting their time. And everybody moves at their own pace. And I can see where a person could get really frustrated with such things. So you have to be aware of the moment. You have to be aware of where you're starting from and where you're trying to go. And I mean, I would go to the gym, and so a lot of times I would go to the gym and I would, they would kind of tease me a little bit and I would be intimidated a little bit. I mean, they weren't being hateful or rude, but I was a real skinny person. And I can see where there was challenges to me where I couldn't get the muscles or the fitness that I thought I was going to get, and I wasn't going to come, oh, and it didn't come as fast. The supplements that we have today are so much better than we had back in the early 80s. And it was a different world. So each time, just work to better yourself as best as you can. Do not get discouraged when you see people making more money than you, or you start seeing, people that are doing better in the gym, or people that are able socially to interact with other people better than you. Study their styles, study their technique, study their concept, learn from them, and try to learn and grow and expand through them by seeing the examples. A lot of times, networking would help you. If you see other people that are building, talk to them and ask them what they're doing. Same thing with dealing with other people. Watch how speakers speak to other people and try to learn and grow. I mean, that's really, especially in business, talk to people that are actually making changes that'll work with you, maybe even mentor you a little bit. And there's ways to better these challenges, but don't get so frustrated to the point where you feel like you're a failure, where you look at your physical fitness or you look at your money, you look at your wealth, you look at your social standings, and you don't understand what the challenge is. We can all better ourselves everywhere. Even if you're already allegedly perfect, there was only one perfect man, and we crucified him. But even if you believe that you've reached the level to where you can't exceed anymore, there's always rooms to be better. And we should all work on that. But not at the expense of the moment. Don't lose yourself, uh, the standpoint of life, what you love, what you believe, how you feel about yourself because of your ideal goal. Your goal should inspire you, not handicap you. And I have found it in the past, not only has handicapped me, but many people that I do know. And eventually, when they start getting to their goals, they're like, well, I should have been doing this all along. I'm like, all you have to do is just simply apply yourself. And that's what I want you to stay focused on. When you start to feel angry or hateful, or you feel that you're turning it into a negative experience for yourself, you need to stop. You need to learn. You need to grow. You need to be patient with yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to become the person you are yet to be. But when you get there, it should be a wonderful joy and a pleasure because of the struggles, but at the same time, don't let the struggles cripple you. Anyway, that's just my concept for today. Other than that, I hope you're all blessed. And if you are blessed, share your blessings with those that do not have blessings. Other than that, God bless you, and I will see you next Saturday at 10 a.m.